Hello, hello. Hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. And some weird fuzzies up here. Oh, wow. Happy Friday, all. We've got some couple exciting things to show off this week. A couple little tweaks to some of the items that we showed previously. One being the single-use spawner, which can now spawn items on top of each other, which is, or I shouldn't say on top of each other, but the item you link to it will continue to increase in quantity as you trigger the links. And that's really important for making sure players can't soft lock. I'll create an example of that and kind of show, we're going to test around with that and see how the change feels. And then the other thing is the new statues that we got in the game, the new statue decor. We have a colored in version and then like a plain gray version for all the statues. And we added the ability to link to them, and linking to them actually changes them. It makes them either the colored in or the grayed out version, and only the colored in version can be moved. So you have some cool situations where you can link to the statue in order to make it movable. So there's definitely some cool puzzle potential there. So we'll play around with that a little bit as well. And maybe just mess around a little bit, play some levels, and maybe even add to our never-ending dungeon. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So the one thing we want to test first, so the single-use spawner here. So as a reminder kind of how these spawners work, we have the normal spawner and then we have the single-use spawner. The normal spawner will just continue spawning objects over and over while it's active. The single-use spawner will spawn one and then close. And that's really important for limiting what the player can get, and then it won't reopen until you link to it. So a couple different ways that the spawners can function depending on what situation you want to put them in. But for this one, the single-use spawner, let's say we put a key on there. I love those new icons. And then we have a few switches that are linked to it. So previously what would happen is if you linked to it and there was an item on it, it just wouldn't spawn the item again. But now it'll spawn another one. So now there's 2 keys. If I step again, we've got 3. Now we're up to 4. We can collect all 4 of those keys. And this is really helpful for situations where, let's say, for example, I've got my 2 locked doors here, and I want to make it so you have to step on the switch to trigger a key, and actually we'll want this to start in the off position. And then I want to make it so that, you got to defeat these 2 slimes here. We'll put them in a group in order to spawn another key. So with this change, this level can't be soft locked, right? You can spawn a key, not pick it up, kill the other 2 slimes, spawn the other key, and then you'll have both keys. Before, the problem was, let's say you stepped on this switch first, spawned a key, then you go over and kill the slimes, it didn't spawn a second key. It would only spawn a second key if you picked up the key that was already there. So a minor change that I think makes a really nice difference for just making sure levels function a little better. So we've got our key on here. I'm not going to pick it up. Eat these 2 slimes. Oh, that closed it. Did I grab the wrong one? Hey, Phantom Triforce, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. Yep, I used the wrong type of spawner. Whoops. Should have been a closed one. Or a single use. Okay, so now if I step on this, it's going to spawn a key. And then again, before, how it functioned is if I killed both of these slimes, it wouldn't spawn a second key because there's already a key there. So now second key, and this level is actually completable. So just something we added so that to prevent soft locks, we think that's probably the way players are going to want to be able to use that item. So pretty cool to see. Now let's play around with how that works with something that's repeatable. So if I put down a repeatable floor switch, okay, spawns in one, and then yeah, every time I step on it, it's going to spawn in another key. So pretty cool. Just make sure it does the same thing with the repeatable switch. I would imagine it will. And this small change might seem small, but Thomas actually had to do a lot. He had to basically rework the linking system because the way that it was handling things being an on and off state was a little funky. So for triggering things only when this thing's in an on state was more work than it seems like. So kudos to Thomas on that. So pretty cool to see that in there. And then the other thing, which I'm really excited for, just for the implications of really cool designs that people are going to make, with the statues here, we take a normal one, let's put a closed door here. We'll link to that. And then let's put down a timer switch. 4 seconds. Link it to the statue. So now when you link to these statues, they're going to swap to the other form. So the statue will be colored in. It'll be movable, but only for as long as this is triggering, and then it's going to go back and not be movable again. So right now, can't move this. With the timer switch, gets colored in. I love that transition effect. That's so cool. The way the colors like come in from the side. And then, yeah, I can only move this while the timer's active. Ah, so close. And there we go. So, pretty cool. Some puzzle implications, right? Like for multiplayer, you could have a player that needs to like do things to keep a statue movable so the other player can push it and, you know, do things with it. Or some kind of puzzle where you have to keep killing enemies in order to make the statue movable or something. Lots of cool potential with this. I'm excited to see what people come up with and try to create some example dungeons in the playtest that people can use. Speaking of the playtest, I don't think I mentioned this when we started. We announced the date for the next open playtest, so it's going to be November 23rd through the 29th. You can sign up on the Steam page right now. Playtest signups are open, and it's completely free. Open playtest. We just want your feedback. The game's coming together really good. You know, we've got a lot of the core features in there to test out and play around with. Some things we're really excited for this playtest. The timer switches are going to be really fun for people to play around with, and the spawners, I think, are two big items that we didn't have in the last playtest. So we get to play around with those, make some cool dungeons. Okay, I want to test out these statues and that cool transition animation, which looks really good. So let's put down one of each. Yeah, we'll go like this. Put them on the line. Add all those to a group, link to it. Whoops, didn't give myself a weapon. I have a bad habit of doing that. So cool. I love seeing that color just like appear in from the side. Awesome. Yeah, they're all pushable now. Just making sure. Then we'll hit it again. And no longer pushable. So yeah, let's make a room. I'm gonna come back and do more testing, but let's go to our never-ending dungeon. Is this it? Or is this it? Oh yeah, this was the one I was playing around with. It's not that one. It's this one. Okay, cool. So this room, I've already got some statues in. We're gonna do this. So we're gonna just make a simple puzzle here. And we're going to change these statues to be the gray ones. We'll put a timer switch here. And then we'll put all these in a group. And we'll link them to this door. Okay, let's play through this level real quick so we can get to that part. I think it's just gold over here. Oh, interesting. The chest items actually aren't going right into your inventory anymore. Let me make a note of that. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Okay. Key, let's go in here just to clear out this room. Here are these ghosts. Oh, another bug. Looks like the ghost shadows are sticking around. Make note of that. You know, with all the linking system changes, I was expecting bugs to the linking system, not just random things. Oh, actually, it does look like a linking bug. Because this door didn't open. So I don't think it counted these ghosts as dead because their shadows are still there. So I think the changes to the linking system might have broken old levels, because yeah, if we, this is good to know. You know, it's sad that that happens, but it does happen. It's a game in development. Let's see that room. So I wonder if we redo this link, will it work? Or is the ghost... It might just be a bug with the ghost, honestly. Let's see if I make a new dungeon. Let's see what happens when we kill a ghost. This ghost is linked to the door. Okay, so it's a bug with the ghost. I mean, it makes sense, right? Ghosts can't die. They're ghosts. So they can't trigger links. It makes total sense. Cool. That's why we're here. Find the bugs. Alright, fortunately, that is an optional room in this dungeon, and I don't... Do I have any other ghosts that are mandatory? Let's see. And you go through there, you come in here. Flames, blobs. Okay, I don't. So this level's actually still beatable, assuming we don't have any other bugs, but let's play through and see. So it was a good thing we decided to play this to, you know, find that bug. Okay, and that's just gold up there, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, those links are still working. It's a good sign. Oh yeah, we increased the rate of fire of the statue, make them a little more challenging. Ah. One more. Whoop. Oh, I missed one. I always miss this one every time I play through this level, and I made this level. Alright, one more. And we got the bow, so we gotta take these guys out. Okay, I'm gonna be in trouble for the flame room, not gonna lie, because I've got half a heart left. It's not gonna go well. But we'll give it a shot. At least get as much done in here as I can before I die. And there we go. Okay. Well, you know what? We tested to see if that glitch was still in the game, where if you have no hearts and you fall in a pit, you would come back with infinite life. And it's not, so that's cool. Hidden area here. Yeah, that's so weird that the chests are functioning different now. I should grab that. Ah, okay, there's something too. So the write that one down. Lots of little things broke. So the tiles, invisible tiles, aren't showing up. Aren't showing up when stepped on and planted. And you might remember from the last stream, we changed up how the invincibility frames work for enemies. We removed them. We had it so that when you hit an enemy, there were some invincibility frames where you couldn't hit it again. Decided to take that out. And we're just going to play around a bit more with the knockback, but it's feeling pretty good. Especially in this room where I could, you know, take a couple of quick hits on some of the enemies, but still kind of dependent on your sword swing helping you out. And the delay on the sword swing. Stock up on some arrows. I'm making this harder than you see. We're going to put the sword here. Timer switch is so much fun. I'm excited to see what people come up with for that in the playtest. Every time we play this one, Thomas mentions how over-engineered it is. I know, this. We gotta go back and fix up that room. Okay, so we finally made it here. And this, you know, we need to be able to move these in order to weigh down these switches, but we can't move them yet. We hit this. Suddenly we can move them. Oh, but it's gone. Not really much of a puzzle. But you could do some other cool things where, like, you have to make sure you keep hitting this. Like, if you let it expire, you could have something, you know, something happen. Do some cool stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to put an end goal. But there we go. We beat the dungeon. Woohoo! Alright. For now, I'll throw an end tile there, so we don't forget. And then trying to think what other testing we could really do. I'm glad to see so far, it seems like the linking has stayed pretty well intact. I thought there was going to be a bug with the linking when we ran into those ghosts, but it turned out it was just a bug with the ghost enemy. So maybe let's put down some of the other enemies and just make sure they function okay. I think we pretty much fought every enemy in that last dungeon, though. The only one we didn't kill a flame enemy. Yeah, we did kill a bat, but we didn't kill a flame. So let's make sure they don't have the same bug that the ghost did. Okay, they seem good. Let's link something from them. Although, we are talking about making the flame invincible. We didn't do that yet, but that's a change we're likely going to make soon. It'll be impervious to damage from the current items in the game. There likely will be an item later in development that will allow you to kill the flame. I think it makes sense that a sword wouldn't be able to kill him. Okay, so that's good. Maybe we just make sure, like, some of the other containers still work. You know, tables. Yep, all that's there, good. Trying to think of some other interesting ways we could test out the spawner and the changes there. Let's try it with enemies, because we didn't try that yet. So we'll put a blob on there. And need a way to trigger it. So this should just keep spawning blobs each time we turn it on. Oh, interesting. So, what happens when I kill the blob? Okay. So, interesting. So for items, it adds more. For enemies, it's not. And I think that might be an inconsistency. I think you would expect it to keep spawning enemies, right? I'll make a note of that. Thomas had a family emergency, so he couldn't be here tonight. So I'm taking notes for him to see later. Thomas, if you're watching the VOD, hi. Hope all's well. I'll have some notes for you later. Okay, so this one was triggering the single spawner with an enemy on it. Doesn't spawn multiple enemies. Need to kill the currently spawned one. Okay. Taking notes. It's a quiet night, you know. New Pokemon game came out. Everyone's playing it. I know. Okay, so I'm glad we tested that with enemies. So I think that's probably something we'll want to change. So what happens if I have like the sword? It's just gonna keep spawning multiple swords. Honestly, kind of a creative way to like use the spawner as a counter, because like if the player already has a sword, this will always be here. So you could use it to like keep track of things, like I don't think we have linking to these and then back again yet. Right? Yeah, okay. So like, hang on, let me, I want these to be kind of off to the side. Oh wait, did I even link the slimes? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, hang on. Oh wait, nope, I don't want groups. Don't want groups. Okay. Kill one. Before it spawns. Now I think this is just going to turn them off. It's not gonna... Yeah, okay. So yeah, oh wait. 4. Oh, because each one... each one spawned a sword. Actually, that's really interesting. Build. Am I crazy? Could I just use a repeat spawner here? Oh no, because yeah, the repeat spawner is not going to add to it. Okay, I did want to test that though. I wanted to make sure the repeat spawner did not add to the item quantity, so that's a good test. Okay, let's backtrack this a little bit. So single item spawner has a sword. Defeat an enemy. This turns on, which activates that. Oh, you know what? Duh. You can just do a timer, right? And set it to like 1 second. Oh, did I? I don't think I linked it back. Nope. Okay. There we go. So now you have kind of a cool way to create a counter, right? There's 1, 2, 3. So now we know we've killed 3 slimes. So one thing we're working on right now that we're hoping to have in the game soon, potentially for the playtest, I don't want to say for sure, so don't quote me on this, but we're working on signposts that are going to have text on them, so you'll be able to add text into the game. So you could leave kind of a cool clue like kill 3 slimes or something, or like leave a clue on a sign that says like 3 swords, no more, and then have it only open the door if you manage to get 3 swords on here. A lot of cool little things. I'm actually really excited for the signpost. I think that's going to add a lot of really cool puzzles by being able to leave little hints and things. So that'll be cool. So you could have something like this where it's possible to get 4 swords and then, you know, have like 3 bats here. And then have a sign on the wall with a clue that says like 3 swords, 2 bats. And then you would have you'd have to set up something out, like another complex thing to also keep track of it and give you something if you only get that amount of, you know, of enemies killed. Like go in the next room and then like something would spawn. I don't feel like setting that up right now, but it's a cool idea. Yeah, the most important thing, you know, this is really here to help prevent soft locks. And I think it's just the, you know, the way that players expect it to work, you know, when you're using it, so. So let's see if we can make a fun little puzzle with the statue. So yeah, we're gonna have something like that, and then so here's a simple start to a puzzle. I'm just kind of playing around. Let's see how this works out. So you hit the switch, statue comes up, gotta keep it going. And now you can come up here. And now you gotta keep both of them going. Oh no, wait, I got myself stuck. Okay, I'll respawn over here. Okay. Oh no, oh no. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, something like that. You know, and then obviously you would need the statue to trigger something over here. So maybe like a floor switch here instead of the end level tile. There we go. We'll go like that to give you a little more room to make sure you can hit that switch. Yeah, that is chaotic. Not gonna lie. Hey, there we go. Except now I can't get around because there we go. So maybe like a triangle block right here. Help you out. Oh no, I can't reach it. Further down, there we go. And then I can go like this, and then that. Actually, I only need to hit the left one. There we go. And this should actually be a, we'll move it down here. This should be a repeating switch. Right. We want something constantly on it. And yeah, maybe we should move this, whoops, move this up here. Nope, that doesn't work. That's good enough. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the triangle block being there because then it forces you to have to hit this up here in order to hit that again. Neat. So yeah, just one example of you know, some cool contraptions you can make using the statue. And yeah, I think you know, just a quick stream tonight. Kind of wanted to just show off these two new things that we have in the game, but also more importantly announce that we've got the open playtest coming up next week. I think this was a nice stream. We got to find a few bugs with the current build, so I will pass those along to Thomas, and you know, we'll get that fixed up before the playtest. And we're hoping that you guys will find some bugs for us too in the playtest, and we can get that all squared away. So appreciate you hanging out, Phantom Triforce. I know this was kind of a quiet night, so anybody else that's kind of lurking, appreciate you lurking. If you're watching this on YouTube later, how's it going? Thanks for swinging by and watching the video. We stream every Friday on Twitch, and a link to our Discord is down below. There's also a link to our Steam page if you haven't wishlisted the game. Much appreciated. And yeah, open playtest next week. Looking forward to it. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up there. I'll play us out with the trailer. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for swinging by, Phantom. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing your levels. They're always really good, so it'll be a good time. All right. Well, have a good night all. Have a great weekend. Catch you next time.